all right. I guess we've been hot and heavy. I guess it's time to hit it. We have 2 daughters of Zion right here. One married, one not at this particular time. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually speak about what is it that women equate as love. And we'll go with you first, Sister Rachel. The way this society has reared women today. How old are you, Sister Rachel, if you don't mind sharing?
29.
29 years old. So tell us what do you think that society has actually placed in us to make us believe or make a woman believe what love is?
Just like any average girl here in this Western culture, I grew up without my father. So you grow up longing for your father's love, his protection, his security. When you come of age to be in a romantic relationship, we are then weighed by our physical intimacy. It's in society through movie, through novels, through all avenues of media. We're taught that if he's physically loving on me, kissing me, us having sex, that is the definition of love. He loves me, and therefore that's how I weigh his actions. He buys me flowers, he buys me clothing, he spoils me with materials of this world. That's how we equate love. Unlike biblically, he takes care of his responsibilities. He provides a roof over our head, food on our table, clothes on our back, and conjugal rights, which is commitment, love, honor, and discipline, and integrity. And we don't consider that as love when it really is. And especially as American women coming into this Hebraic culture, I'm having to unlearn all of that junk so I can fully accept the ways of Yah. So I've been fooled like everyone else into thinking, I love you, come here, get in this Lamborghini, let's go on a date, you know, I'll take you out to a nice fancy dinner, let me kiss on you, feel on you, hug on you, we'll go home and, you know, make love. That is not love whatsoever. Love is when you look at the forefathers such as Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac, especially Isaac, you know, when the servant went and sent out for Rebekah to be fetched from his family, his kindred, to be brought home to be covered by him, and there was a vast age difference between them, and it was still very respectful in the honor that was brought upon her when he brought these gifts to her, paid a huge dowry for her, and then just brought her home with a nice wedding ceremony the way exactly it should be. So those are my thoughts on that.
And he took care of her?
Yes, sir.
For the rest of his days?
Yes, sir.
All right, Sister Caroline, if you don't mind sharing, how old are you?
I'm 33.
33 years old. All right, so we do have a little diversity here. So what sayeth you?
I agree with Sister Rachel over here about how we lean on a lot of the affection and a lot of the cuddling, the kind words, the massive time that we really want to spend with them. If we can have them right beside each other, right with us, then that's love. And then when you think of polygyny and you think of, and this, I'm just throwing this in there, but when you think of polygyny and you think of, there's the first thing that you think of is him not being with you some nights. And you start facing loneliness and a soft form of rejection. And all of these thoughts start to come because no longer you think he loves you or cares about you because you're not hanging out. You know, because you're not being with him all the time, because his eyes actually are looking at somebody else the way they used to look at you. And it's not about that. It goes so much further than that. But see, the Roman society has taught us to just lean on the hearts, which they call wearing it on your sleeves, wearing your heart on your sleeves. You know, and it's a setup. It's a complete setup. Complete setup.
You know, I think what's going on here in society today is that both men and women neither really truly understand their role. A woman, when she looks at a man, she begins to think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because of her makeup, the way that she thinks, how in the world can this man love another woman when I can only love one man?
Yes, sir.
You have anything to say to that?
I do, sir, because when I started even thinking about polygyny, I started to get into a part like, that's impossible. That is so impossible that he can sit there and love us the same, or love us, you know, and understand us the same. And I just couldn't see it, and I started thinking about mothers and their children. Do mothers all love their children the same? I started to think about those things, you know, and I just couldn't see it, but then it reflected right back on me, and I started to see that I was not able to do that. It wasn't his heart, it was my heart.
Right.
That was unable to do that. So that's what I learned from even, just meditating on that.
Well, beautiful. What to say of you, Sister Rachel?
Polygyny, the more I study, meditate, especially on what I just discussed with you in the dining hall, I really truly believe once we all personally, individually grow in our personal relationships with the Most High, and we continue to abide in a deep, fervent love like the Most High, it'll bring about a spiritual healing for the whole, yes. Men and women. Women will no longer be jealous of each other. We'll be able to truly love each other as sisters, taking care of one another. If I have a child, you have a child, I can safely trust that my child can go to your house, be fed, taken care of, yes. Without one thought of neglect or abuse. I know that my husband's not going to go around my back, having a mistress or adulteress. I know he'll be abiding with his wife in the next house over. Everything will be in the open. It's absolute truth because, like I said, nothing in Israel is secret, and open rebuke is better than secret love. So honestly, as we all mature in our relationships with Christ, I believe it will bring about a healing and cleansing for our people. So, hallelujah.
Well, at least one thing about it, one thing it does show that you daughters of Zion, who are part of the Israelite heritage of Straightway and stuff, you're very well versed and very well studied. Sister Caroline is already married. She's married, and she has understanding in this, and her and her husband have been married for a little bit, a few months here, and then Sister Rachel is soon one day to be married. And it's amazing how when you look at the ages of these sisters, how great of an understanding that they have as opposed to what the Western world and Western society has actually placed into our hearts and our minds. So y'all understand my statement when I say we've been trained rather than educated.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you, do y'all think I'm really truly make a lot of enemies talking about this subject now?
Oh, yes, sir. They're burning up right now.
They're already burning up? Y'all know they're burning up for sure, Sister Rachel?
They are. I'm gonna have to hire I'm a bodyguard for you, Pastor. You are just so hot right now. Like everyone, would want to have a hit on you because you're telling the truth. You're exposing the devils, the liars, the frauds, the charlatans, the fakes. They can no longer hide themselves. They're being exposed. So as Most High continues to reveal more knowledge to you, the greater the fire is gonna get. So if it's too hot in the kitchen, get out. So
that's true. Well, hallelujah. Shalom.
Shalom.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
You as well, Pastor.
King coming.